Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today, we are looking at Cosmic Colonies from Floodgate Games. It plays 2 to 5 players normally with a solo mode, and it plays in 30 to 45 minutes or maybe a little longer. What it's about, Cosmic Colonies is a card-passing, tile-laying game of colonizing an asteroid. Each round, players will select one of 4 workers from their hand that will determine their play order and the special abilities that they have in that round. Players will then use the cards to gain resources and then spend those resources to buy a Tetronimo tile, laying them on their unique asteroid board. The players then repeat this a second time, and then the cards that they played get passed or orbited to the player to their left. After 8 rounds, players score what terrains they've covered, the variety of tiles that they've placed, and how many tiles of a specific type they've placed based on their secret objective cards. What I like, this game is simple. You pick cards and then you take actions in turn order. So the strategy actually comes from deciding which of the 4 cards to pick, but even so, it never gets overwhelming, especially once you become more familiar with the cards. And the variable player boards keeps the game interesting because everyone has a different asteroid, which means they all have their own puzzle to solve and won't be mirroring their neighbors. And though it's billed as a drafting game, you're actually selecting for your opponent, and that can create a lot of strategy because your choices are not only useful for you, but will be for your opponent in the next round. But really, the advanced setup is the interesting version of this game, because now you have to contend with gaining points not only from covering terrain, but not covering empty spaces, which makes the puzzle of the tile laying a lot more interesting. And now the workers will have day and night abilities depending on whether you play them in your first or second play, which adds a more interesting timing strategy without really overdoing it. Points to consider. Though the card abilities and drafting are important, your driver usually is just getting the right shaped tile. And this is true because the tiles are all functionally identical. And this, especially since scoring rewards you most for having a full set of each tile, this makes the personal objectives in particular feel a lot less important. And the focus on tiling is especially true in the base game, which can end up feeling more like a race to see who can get the sets and cover the highest value terrain. And this is a lot more better in the advanced version of the game. The game also varies quite a bit based on player count. Fewer players means that you'll see only a subset of the 20 unique worker cards, and the game also becomes more cutthroat at odd player counts. This is because the tiles will only scale up at even player counts, so at the odd counts, more players are competing for the same tiles. So, in summary, it's a quick playing, card passing, and tile laying game with a game that feels pretty different at different player counts. The game creates a unique tile-laying puzzle for each player, though some of the decisions can be dwarfed by just the need to get certain shapes and do the set collection. And the card selection makes for some interesting and challenging decisions, which really comes through best in the advanced setup. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.